What's up YouTube, this is Jazz on Jazzy the Tech Freak TV and welcome back to another tech freaking video. Today's video is the follow-up on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. YouTube, I'll just quickly run over the specs. I've actually been using this daily driver for the last 2-3 days and I'm just want to share how the experience is so far and you know, how much I enjoyed the phone or whether I don't enjoy the phone. But you know, I absolutely love this phone, and you know what, I'll talk about it a bit more. So how are you guys out there, YouTubers? You know, you content watchers out there, how are you guys doing today, this morning? It's a wet, raining morning in where I am, so I hope everyone's keeping warm if you're in the UK, and you know, just looking after yourselves. Anyway, quick run over the specs. Right, so I've got the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G, yep, in the Aura Glow. Yep, and it also comes in Aura Black. So your battery size is 4300 mAh. You've got dust and waterproof IP68. And as I mentioned, your colors are Aura Glow and Aura Black. Your dimensions are 162.3 times 77.2 times 7.9 millimeters thick. Your memory, now this comes in two memories. I've actually got the UK model, the UK version, and I've got the 256 gig memory ROM, but it also comes in the 512 gig. So yes, YouTube, so if you're interested in the higher memory, you can do, but to be honest with you guys, I totally believe the 256 gig is sufficient enough because the phone comes with a memory card slot. If you can see there, it comes with the memory card slot, the phone does, and you can, I think, expand that up to 1 terabyte. Yes, YouTube, 1 terabyte, the jazzy way, tech freaking every day. Okay, so that's good to know. That's peace of mind there. Your operating system, you've got, it came out with Android 9 Pie and One UI right out of the box, and I believe I have now been updated to Android 10, but we'll double check on that, or we'll go through the settings and have a look at that. Your screen size is a 6.8 inch screen, and you know what, I've gotta say, it's absolutely phenomenal. You know what, just to watch content on there, YouTube, if you look at that screen and watch some videos, you know what, it's like watching a video on a laptop or a tab. So you can get away with it. You know, some phones you just don't want to even watch a movie on there, but this one is absolutely brilliant, and you know, you'd enjoy content on there, whether it's music, movies, whatever. Back to the specs, but so far I'm loving it, YouTube. I'm loving the phone, but I'll talk about that a bit more. So the screen size was 6.8 inch, and it's a WQHD screen, so it's a 2K screen, dynamic AMOLED, and Samsung are dubbing the new line of screens Infinity O Display, and I believe that's due to, if I can get the screen on, the hole punch out, the cutout there. So yeah, back to the screen, 6.8 inch screen, WQHD, dynamic AMOLED Infinity O display, and it's a 30 by 40 by 3040 by 1440. That's your screen size resolution, and basically, and it's 1498 pixels per inch. Also keeping in mind, you know what, the awesome thing about this phone is it's HDR10 certified as well. Yes, YouTubers, it's HDR10 certified, so you cannot go wrong with the screen as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Your processor, now there's two variants. The US variant comes with a Snapdragon 855. I've got the UK model, which comes with the Exynos 9825, which is a newer in-house chipset owned by Samsung, and which is newer than the ones in the S10 series, because that one had, the S10 series had the 9820 Exynos chipset. Right, the Note 10 Plus, as I mentioned, 5G has a memory card slot, and you can up the memory up to 1 TB, man. You know what? That's killing it the tech freaking way, man, and I love that. Memory RAM, you've got 12 gigabyte. My variant is actually the 12 gig variant. I don't know if the 512 gig comes with the larger RAM size, but that's the size that my one comes with the 128 gig ROM memory and 12 gig RAM. The weight on this bugger is 198 grams. Now, to be honest with you, I did mention and say it's a bit heavy, not too heavy, but I'd rather have that heft and knowing the fact I've got a handset, a mobile phone in my hand. So, actually feeling the phone, it goes a long way, man. It makes a difference. Well, to me anyway, YouTube, it makes a difference to me. I don't know about you guys. Some people might be, thinking, well, you know what, heavy phones are no good. Especially, there's a lot of people out there who probably suffer from arthritis or bone problems, and, or they've got small hands, or they just get tired of holding big handsets. So I'd recommend them to look around, go in store, pick up your handset, feel it, hold it, but you're not going to know until you actually take it home with you and physically use the handset. So it's really, really important that you either buy if you're buying it on contract, to get it within your 14-day cooling off period. Try it, test it, use it, everyday use, put it in your pocket, hold it in your hand for hours on end and see if that's for you. If the big daddy's not for you, I'd recommend the standard S Note 10. Maybe that would be for you. So as I said, try it out in your hands. But for me, you know what, I'm one of these guys who I'll adjust. If I have to stretch my hands a bit and my fingers a bit, I'll do it, because you know what, I absolutely love my technology the freaking way, man. I love it. So your weight is 198 grams. We have a quad camera setup. I will go over the cameras more in depth detail in follow-up videos. But just to cover the quad camera setup, the first camera is an ultra wide 16 megapixel f2.2 aperture, 123 degrees. Your wide angle is your second camera, which is a 12 megapixel 2PD AF autofocus f1.5 / f2.4 optic image stabilization, and it's a 77-degree camera. You've got a telephoto lens, which is 12 megapixel f2.1 optical image stabilization, 45 degrees. And your last but least, I presume it's going to be that camera there, is going to be your 3D depth camera, and that is 10 megapixels. And you know what, I absolutely love the setup. But as I said, I will take you guys into more detail. I'll try out some pictures, day pictures, night pictures. I'll try out the night mode, because I believe the Note 10 Plus 5G with the Note 10 lineup, I presume, has got night mode as well. So I'll have to test that camera out for YouTube. But that I'll bring you that in later updates as I'm going along, and we're going to more in depth of the camera side and what it takes, how it takes the pictures. I'll go through a few picture samples with you guys. Right, so my third day use, what can I say? The phone is absolutely booming. It's booming, man. Let me just unlock this YouTube. Okay. Take you to the home screen. So my experience in the last 3 days, to be honest with you, since I've been using the phone, I haven't really had any glitches. I haven't had any freezes. The only thing I've got to say that I have noticed is it's coming away from, as everyone knows, or everyone should know by now, that 98 screen refresh rate screens are coming out. The OnePlus 7 Pro has got that, and I gotta say, once you go to that, you do not want to come back. Obviously, if you haven't got the handset side by side, you cannot notice it. But if you've got the handset side by side, I gotta say, there's a big difference. That's all I gotta say. That's the only thing I'm noticing when I'm scrolling. When I'm actually scrolling, I can see a bit of a bit of a freeze, but then again, that's not down to the phone freezing. As I said, that's down to simply the refresh rate of the screen. But you know what, apart from that, look at that, it's just flying. It's buttery smooth. Some people might not even want a 98 refresh rate screen. It depends on your eyes. because some people will probably say and raise the question, well, why do you want a 90 hertz refresh rate screen when you're viewing content? Like, for example, if you're viewing, you know, web browser, and you're scrolling, obviously if you're reading a book and that, you're not going to be using the 90 hertz because you're only going to be scrolling slowly. So why have that? Because you don't want to see it going fast, you want to scroll it slowly so you can read your content. Some people will say it beats the concept of having a 90 hertz. Some people want to fly through things, just look at things with a glimpse of the eye and just keep going. So I would say personally, for me, it's a big advantage of having a 90 hertz refresh rate screen. That's what I believe, YouTube, because at the end of the day, it's better having two options than one. So if I want to bog it down a bit, I can in the settings. But if I want to scroll slowly, you've still got the smoothness there and the clarity, but all it is you're not fully using the 90 hertz refresh rate screen. So that's my thoughts anyway. But guys, check it out for yourselves, compare it to a 60 hertz, and then leave your feedbacks and comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Is it really worth it having a 90 hertz? Do we really need it? Is there a demand here for it? Or are we fine just sticking to the 60 hertz refresh rate screen? Anyway, going through the menus, so let's look at whether I've taken a few pictures since then. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one of me, ugly mug of me. I do apologize. Okay, so if you look at that, that was just pulled out of the box. Just pull out the phone and take a picture. I mean, look at the details on that and look at the clarity. You know, Samsung has come a long way. The screens are awesome. The camera technology is wonderful. I just hope Sony catches up, because as ridiculous as it sounds, Sony makes the lens, but they can't seem to tweak it according to the way they want them. Everyone else seems to do it. I don't know why. So it's just confusing for me. But so Sony, if you're listening, get it right. But if you have look, as I said, look at the details on that. That is only one of the pictures I can show you at the minute. I will, however, be taking more pictures and actually showing you, you know, going through each individual camera, taking pictures with them, and we'll go through what the details that come out like and whether, you know, it's got an excellent camera. What else can I say? I love your edge screen gestures, shortcuts. You know, that's a definite. What I found is as well, the first time the other day I assigned a e-signature, a document with the e-signature, I had to e-sign it, and I actually used the pen, and you know what, it's phenomenal. You know what, the phone is wonderful, but without this pen you'd be lost. I'll be honest with you, it's absolutely mind-blowing. You know, I took pictures with it. I actually sat the phone down. I went ahead and took a picture, and I actually used the S Pen, and you know what, it's phenomenal. If I can quickly show you a sample, you can actually use the S Pen as gestures as well. So if I'm right, it's double press to skip or something. I think up and down you can do as well, them gestures, left and right gestures as well, but we'll go over them gestures in a second. If I can just bring that up, so let's go to my gallery. Okay, no, we want to go to camera. So if we go to camera, if I position that phone down, so now I don't know if you'll be able to see, but if I go to press that, there you go. I don't know if you've seen that shutter and hear that. So when you see that move, it's actually taking a picture. The gestures, I'll have to show you another day. I'm having a bit more play around with that, and until I get the hang of it. I haven't quite got the hang of that. So once I get the hang of that, I'll go over it. I think it's also handy for YouTube videos as well, and for music. So if we quickly go into there, and I'll find you something which we can have a sample on. but I absolutely love this S Pen. Right, just a quick one. This is the case I'm actually using for with the phone. There's quite a lot. It's a carbon fiber one. There's quite a lot of brands out there, but I would go for the Spigen. This is a non-generic brand, but I do advise and recommend go for a Spigen case. But I'll leave a few links down below if I remember. Hopefully I should remember YouTube. Now going back to the video, so if I play that, we can test the sound as well while we're at it. I have actually got this on Vodafone, YouTube Vodafone 5G, as I've got the 5G model. So if I can play that.
Never board the wrong car. Ride the change with Ola's secure start code. It's a little late in the night to be getting into the wrong ride, don't you think?
So I'll just quickly skip that. So that's your play, pause. Did you see that, YouTube? I'm sorry, it's just a bit blurring. Let's focus in there. Okay, so that was your pause. That's your play. So I'll prove it to you. I'll hold in this hand, YouTube. So I'll press the button. Pause. Press the button. Play. Okay, I'll do this way. Pause. Play. Did you get that? Okay, let's try the gestures. I believe you have to hold down the button. Did you see that? So you have to hold down the button and you swipe. Hold down the button and swipe, and then you hold down the button, swipe, and go back. Hold on the button, swipe, and go back. There you go. So I gotta say, you know what? This tool is a multifunctional tool, YouTubers. It's not just the Note 10 anymore with the S Pen. I gotta say, you know what I mean? It's phenomenal. Let's just give that a quick pause, okay? Okay, so that's one thing you guys keep in mind. If you are tech freak lovers out there and you just love what the S Pen does, and it's mind blowing. I'm telling you, you can use it to sign documents, draw on a blank screen. You know, when the screen's off, just like the other notes, nothing different. You pull your S Pen out, click the button, and you just physically can draw. If I can get this right. Okay, it's not doing it now. Okay, so I think, let's put this back in. I think while the screen's off, you're meant to then click the pen out while the screen's off. Okay, if I can do this. Pull that out. Screen goes blank, ready for you to write on it. So if you can look, you can just write on it, and then you can even actually save your notes, and that's saved in Samsung Notes. So all you Note fans out there, all you freaks out there, you know what I'm just gonna say? I'm just gonna knock you on the head and just tell you, buy this phone. If you've got the money, if you've got the budget for it, if you want an all-rounder phone, I'm telling you now, forget every other phone. The OnePlus 7 Pro is brilliant and it's fast, and you get your regular software updates. There are a lot of phones out there like that, but as an all-rounder phone, and the amount of stuff Samsung give you for the price, it's absolutely mind-blowing and worth it. So I would recommend that you guys go out there and check this phone out, and don't be closed-minded, be open-minded. If money's an issue, then look around, but then again, you can always look at the Note 10, the standard size, or the Note 9, which is going cheap now as well. The price has dropped in this. If you don't want to spend that much, I believe at CEX, if I'm right, I think you can pick it up for about just under £1,000, but I'll have to double check on that, and I'll drop the actual price in the links below later on. But just go opening up apps, you know, things like that, you know, I've had no problems. Just other thing I want to mention as well, once you guys get this phone and you set it up, there are a couple of extra apps which I would recommend for you to download. So if we go in the Samsung, one is Good Lock and one is One-Handed Operation. So the One-Handed Operation allows you to put these, see that arrow there, just there, that helps you to go back, that allows you to add that. And let's see if I've got the Good Lock. Good Lock is there. Good Lock actually, let me explain what Good Lock does quickly before I go move on. Good Lock, these are the first two things I would do to set up the phone. The one-handed operation, which you obviously can download from the Galaxy Store. The Good Lock, what that actually does is, because I don't know if you all aware, the Note 10 Plus now doesn't have a notification cutout light. It doesn't have an impulse light. So one thing I would recommend is, obviously, because it hasn't got a notification light, a Good Lock actually, when you go into it, let's quickly show you, you have to go to, if I'm right, family, then you scroll down to Lighting Edge, if I'm right, and then, okay, so let's get this right. I think it's been updated. YouTube, bear with me a second. Something don't look right here the way it is. Okay, edge lighting, if I'm right. Let's see if I get this right. So basically, literally what I'm trying to do is, and what I'm showing you what to do is, you can use your, your camera and the hole punch out. You can actually use that as your notification light. There's a ring impulse that runs around it, so that's what you can set up on that. Let me just quickly set my Wi-Fi on so I can actually go into this setting for you. Come back out of that. Where are we? So the one-handed operation I already told you. Edge lighting. Right. So what you do then, I'm just waiting for it to upload. I think installing. I don't think I installed it. My bad, YouTube. Anyway, what this actually does is now, so let's quickly open it up. So what you're going to do is, you can either have edge lighting going all the way around, as you can see. Yep, you got that. Or what I do is, I don't want that. I want the black hole. Okay. And then you go to the color. So let's go back. So that's the effect I selected. So you've got basic. Let's lift that up a bit so you can see. You got wave. You got bubble. You've got multicolor. You've got eco, spotlight, fluid, boomerang, glow, galaxy, glitter, loop, heart, celebrate, fireworks, black hole, and eclipse. I use the black hole because don't forget, you want the hole punch cut out, the camera hole, to light up when every time you get a notification. So we chose the black hole. Let's go back to the black hole. So can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me change that again. There's your black hole. So that's how you will get a notification, just there. Okay, so once you select that, you go to your color. You then can choose any color you want it to be, or even just customize your color. Okay, I've got it on blue because I like the blue, but that's a red as well. Okay, but I prefer the blue, so I'll keep it on the blue. Once you've done that, you can go to advanced, and that gives you the duration. So meaning, how long do you want it to impulse for? Yeah, that's long. Okay, or you can have it short, couple of seconds, and then it switches off. Okay, so that's something that I did really want to just quickly briefly mention. So it's the Good Lock app, and it's a one-handed operation. These both can be downloaded from Galaxy Store. So once you get your phone, that is a must that you set that up. I'll bring you some more tips and hints and hidden features in a later video. What else can I say? You've got, the good thing I like about this is, anyone with small hands who can't reach the top, you can slide down from anywhere. Another good thing is, you can, your notification bar, that's one slide, but you can actually even slide it down even more. So you pull it down and it's right down the bottom then, so it's easier for you to access and get to whatever app or shortcut you want. Another thing just to note you guys on, so when you switch on Bluetooth, Bluetooth comes on, okay, but and you know, that's a good thing about that, is that actually takes you to the menu, and then you just choose which device you want to connect to. But the thing I was going to show you was, so say for example flight mode, that you just saw it just switched it on, but when you actually hold down on the icon and press on it, it actually takes you to that actual setting, so you can switch it on and switch it on, off and on. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind as well. If you can see, the layouts have changed as well. The One UI is absolutely phenomenal. I'm getting used to it, and you know what, I love it. Look at this, it actually tells you what menu you're in, and as I said, you can drag it right down to the bottom so you can reach the menus you want. One mind-blowing thing I love about Samsung is, I'm going to quickly go over it again, is that they always give you something at the bottom looking for something else. So they'll always give you hidden options to easily access, which are slightly linked to that, or they think that might come useful handy. But you know, as I can say, it's smooth, it's fast. I love the One UI because it's more cleaner, the icons are more cleaner, and it's more simplified. However, they still do pack a lot of their phones with a lot of features, all their phones with a lot of features. But you know, unless, you know, if you're a Samsung fan, then you ain't gonna have no problem navigating around the phone, in my opinion. You know what, if you love a piece of tech, what I believe is, and my passion is, if you love a piece of tech and you respect that technology a lot, I think you should respect it enough to be able to want to go away and learn how to use that gadget or device or handset or mobile phone, and actually discover every single feature in there, and maybe shortcut, or whether it's long-winded or not. I believe as a tech freak, I always have that respect for my technology. I have to actually play with it. I can't just buy something and put it on the side. That to me, that is disrespecting my technology. I don't know, you know, it costs money at the end of the day. It's like saying you've got £100 in your pocket, you're not going to chuck it to the side, are you? You're going to count that money, you're going to feel it, you're going to smell it, you're going to love it, you're going to cherish it. Okay, you're not going to go overboard and love it, come on, because money's not everything. But money's that makes this wheel tick, and us to be able to buy our technology, even though we have to work hard for it as well. So I say, I always have respect for my technology. You know, I give it the respect it deserves, and I go and give it a chance, and I learn about all the features, the benefits, what functionalities on there, and I do not judge the device or whatever. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and if you're a Samsung boy fan, you know, you ain't gonna go wrong. Yep, guys, so you know what else can I say? All I can say is get the phone in your hands, go to your local mobile store, go to your retail outlet, whether you're buying it outright cash, go to Argos, check it out. But I would recommend get it where at least you've got a cooling off period. There's only one thing I would get confused about with Android. Well, not confused, it's just a bit, not annoying, but I'd love it to be on par with iPhones and Apple in general, because I find even though this has got 12 gig, on some days, well, when the first couple of days it was fine, you know, I mean today it's fine, I've still got 6.8 gig, but when I optimize it, the max it will clear up for me is 7.1, 7.2 gig free. It's got 12 gig, but then I'm wondering, why is it using so much gigabyte? And it does not make sense to me. I don't have many apps open in the background, to be honest with you. With Apple, they don't have that much RAM because they don't need to use that much RAM. The system and the UI is optimized, the apps are optimized, and that is the beauty of the operating system. So, you know, not just Samsung alone, Android out there, all you Android, you know, Google, get it right, because at the end of the day, we don't need to use that much RAM. I think, you know, even though I've got 12 gig, it's still annoying because I've only got 6.9 gig free. I think what would be acceptable is if it comes to a standard where we only need to ever use 3 gig, 2.5 gig, even 2 gig. You know, maybe that's something that, you know, needs to be brushed up on, and technology wise they need to look at. But anyway, back to the phone. You know, I absolutely love it going into apps. You know, don't have a problem. You know, it's actually on flight mode at the minute, so once I take that off, you know, you don't have problem with the app. it's just beautiful. I love the size of it. I love viewing the content. Battery wise, I'm having a bit of mixed emotions because so far so good, but there's been a lot of standby drainage apparently with a lot of YouTubers out there, content creators I've mentioned, and it's just ridiculous. But I'm still yet to test it. I haven't actually kept my eye on it, to be honest with you. I'll be honest, haven't kept my eye on it. What can I say? Bixby's still there. It's good we haven't got the dedicated Bixby button now. What I had to do was I remapped it because this was mapped to the Bixby, and I remapped it to have the power, restart and emergency mode settings. But what I found is since I've done that, going to take a screenshot now, I can't use the volume and the power button. I have to use my palm gesture. That's just another thing to keep in mind. Your always on display is phenomenal. What also can be added for that is, now I've just tapped it and it's showing it, but you can actually have your fingerprint sensor icon on all the time, on always on display. But I've turned that off because obviously the risk of burnings, and I'd rather just have the time on the time on the date on there. But there's a lot you can do to this. There's a lot you can do with this handset, and you know what, you can use it for a lot of different things. For, you know, if you're into art, college work, if you're something that one of these, you're always taking notes on the go and you have to have quick access, this is phenomenal. The screen can be on, you just take the S Pen out as I showed you earlier. I'll show you once again. The screen could be off, you pull out the S Pen, quickly look up there and quickly write your number down or your note, and then you click on pin or save and it pins it and saves it to the phone. What else? If you're really tight on budget and you really want this phone, take a look at the standard 10, Note 10, or look at the Note 9, because the Note 9, I'll be honest with you YouTubers, it's a phenomenal all-rounder handset and you cannot go wrong on it. So have a look, have a think. This is me for today. I will come back maybe tomorrow in a couple of days time and give you another update on how this phone's been. I'll take it through its paces, you know, daily usage. I'll tell you what it's like. I've got Hive facility set up in my house, and which is absolutely awesome, and using that with this phone is phenomenal. You know, at the end of the day, what can I say? I can just go straight into it. What I love is the screen size. Because I'm short-sighted and I have to wear contact lenses and glasses, at the minute I have got no glasses, so it's not a case where I can just quickly take off my glasses or lift them up and put them back down. Certain phone screen sizes are too small for me. Even though my hands ain't that big, I rather prefer to have a big screen size, because the viewing, the capabilities and the possibilities, the viewing experience and the enjoyment you just get off is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look at how big the icons are. Look, just flicking through. Even responded, I can turn on my heating from here and it comes on straight away. So, you know, no freezing, no glitches, and absolutely love it. What else can I say? I'll just definitely recommend you check this out though. This is one handset. Some people have two handsets. I know it's strange. One because it's simple and fast, and one because it packs all the tools. But I believe you can get away with this phone. The only thing you're probably missing is a 60 Hz refresh rate. If that's something you want, or you want the latest and greatest, maybe you want to look at the new S20 lineups. Yes, the S20, the S20 Plus and the S20 Ultra. So maybe you want to look at them, and if you're interested in the 5G models, take a look at them as well, because obviously technology is advancing now. 5G is launched on EE, Vodafone, O2 and Sky Mobile in the UK. 3 is to come, so check out your networks. But I honestly recommend that you go out and check this phone out. That's it for today. I'll be back in a couple of days with another update. I'll maybe put a different screen saver on there, different picture for you to have a look at, and just show you the full potential of the screen and the quality of the screen. But what else can I say? If you've got the money, go out and buy it. If you don't need to think about it, go out and buy it. You're one of these thinkers, players, go to your local store, pick up the handset, even if you have to go there every day, test it, trial it. because it is pretty expensive, YouTubers, you know what I mean. But I just love my jazzy tech the jazzy way, and I am a tech freaking lover, you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go out and buy my stuff. But as I said, certain phones I go for grade A's because they're good enough. So yep, that's it. But as I said, you know what, the phone is absolutely phenomenal. You know, you can't go wrong. I just wish they brought things back like the iOS blaster, the infrared sensor, things like that. I think just a little bit of them kind of things are missing. The headphone jack would be phenomenal. So that's just two of the things that I would love to see come back on the Samsung handsets. And oh, faster updates, Samsung, faster updates. Thank you for now. This is Jazzy Tech Freak TV signing off. Take it. Bye for now.